Hello and welcome everyone to our Franklin Liberty Equities and Trading University intro and overview. My name is Levi Shumway. I'm the Chief Operating Director for Franklin Liberty, and I welcome you to the webinar. Just going to start by making quite a bold statement here. That is, what we're about to share with you can be the single greatest factor in securing a future of abundant time freedom and financial freedom for you and your loved ones. And we'll spend basically the rest of the webinar really sharing with you why we really feel strongly about this. What we will cover today, we're going to talk about our company and our history, the benefits of trading our system and our money, what sets us apart, the keys to your success and our success together. We'll have some fun. You'll actually see our system in action. We'll place some trades while you watch. We'll show you the actual performance of our system and our traders. We'll review our traders and fund managers' feedback, review our programs and the different options that may be available for you. And we'll actually let you take a test flight of our system, so to speak, if you'd like, at the end here. And we'll answer your questions, of course. Our history. This is a picture of Kevin Jones Sr. Kevin Jones is the developer of our system. He was quite a successful real estate investor, and he was looking for a way to diversify his portfolio, so to speak, by trading the financial markets, but was not able to find any kind of a system for trading that he felt like was accurate and effective. So he and his colleagues spent, being quite brilliant mathematicians, spent 2 years and quite a bit of money and wrote many pages of algorithms as they developed and refined our system of indicators, our proprietary indicators, of course. And these indicators have proven to be, over the past 16 years or so, they have proven, this is very significant, they have proven to be over 93+% accurate in forecasting the direction of the market. Truly exceptional. No one else really, I believe, can make that statement. Now, for the first 7 years, they used the indicators for personal trading and with friends and family, and were very successful with it. And then in 2008, with the crash of the markets, even though they did very well because our system performs extremely well in up or down markets, they saw that so many people around them were suffering, losing their homes, their 401ks, their retirement, their savings, and so forth. And they really felt like they needed to make this available on a much more widespread basis. And so in 2008, they actually founded the company, and since that time, we have developed thousands of traders that are using our proprietary system on a daily basis. Because of their high level of success, we began this Trade Our Money program in 2012, and that's where we bring on new traders, teach them our system, and actually fund an account with company money. And we now have hundreds of traders on this program. Simply put, what you'll see is not a matter of conjecture. The system has been proven over many years and with thousands of traders and fund managers, again, to be 93+% accurate in forecasting the direction of the market and helping lead you into successful trades. We'll talk about how that's done and why and the track record of it. These are our offices in Thanksgiving Point or Lehi, Utah. Now let's talk about the real benefits of our system and our program. First of all, great income is available and real financial freedom. You'll be trading our money without risking your own. Very significant. It provides time freedom, only trading 1 or 2 hours a day, anytime, day or night, in the comfort of home or wherever. Most of our traders reach their financial goals quickly, only trading an hour or two a day. And if you want, you can just trade with the coaches. We'll show you how that's possible. There's no job headaches, no selling, no recruiting, no business concerns, just great income from trading. And really, while most people would say that money can't buy happiness, and we agree, On the other hand, financial freedom by trading our system and our money can provide you with the time, freedom, and resources to really pursue your priorities and accomplish the things that bring you real fulfillment and satisfaction, things that are much more important than money. Here's some feedback from one of our fund managers, Clint Anderson in St. Louis, Missouri. He said, "This has been an eye-opener when it came to my financial situation. To know that I could make what I did in a full day's work in only 2 hours was amazing. The future has great things in store for me and this company. I found new ways to gain income through this system that I never thought I would. With the eliteness of the product and the support of fellow traders, this has been a great experience for me. I don't know where I would be or where I was going without them." Now, what sets us apart? Number one, our system of indicators is completely unique and proprietary, as we mentioned. They are highly accurate, again, and predictive, again, 93+% accurate in forecasting the market direction. Many of our traders, our experienced traders that have been with us for some time, have claimed to have 95 to 98% accuracy in their trades, or success rate with their trades. No one else really, I believe anywhere, can make anywhere near this claim. Other trading systems are lagging in nature and much less accurate. Number two, ours is the only system that illustrates the charts how the major institutions are trading and influencing the market. This allows us to simply ride the coattails of these major players for our own benefit and success. This, again, is a major key to our system, to simply be able to follow what the major players are doing. And you'll see how that's done as we actually do some trading here later on. Key number three, no one else will allow you to simply try our system while you position yourself to trade our money. We'll show you how. Key number four, no one else will personally coach you with experienced, highly successful traders and then guarantee to fund your trading account up to $100,000 or more, and you keep 60 to 80% of the profits with no liability for losses. Key number five, we provide many trade with the coaches trades daily and weekly. Most of our fund managers start by just following these trades and grow into an additional personal trading when they feel ready. Key number six, while others may sell you a system and then pat you on the back and say, good luck, we provide abundant lifelong training and support. Another one of our fund managers or traders says, I've never experienced a set of indicators that when properly read are accurate 90% of the time in telling you when to place your trades. They're easy to read, incredibly predictable, and give anyone the opportunity to profit in any market condition. You can literally trade peacefully instead of biting your nails, as with other indicators I've tried. The more I trade, the better I get. My highest recommendation to anyone would be who would like to change their financial future for the better. And that's from Scott Z in Orange County, California. Now let's talk about the different financial markets and the ones we actually trade. Our system will work basically in any of the financial markets, but we'll talk about the ones we prefer. First of all, you have the stock market, the commodities market, the futures market, and then the Forex market. Now we primarily trade the futures and the Forex markets, and really by far the vast majority of our traders trade the Forex, and we're going to talk about why. Let's compare the markets here. With the stock market, it's open Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The futures market is open Sunday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Forex market is open from 5 p.m. on Sunday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 24 hours a day, Sunday 5 p.m. through Friday 5 p.m. It never closes during that time. Stock market trades approximately $100+ billion a day on the average. Future market trades $25+ billion a day, whereas the Forex trades $5+ trillion a day. So approximately 50 times the volume of the stock market and about 200 times the volume of the futures market is traded on the Forex on a daily basis. In the stock market, you can really only make money buying low and selling high, so as the market moves up. In the futures market, though, you can make money either direction, and we'll show you how that's done. Same is the case with the Forex market. You can make money whether the market's going up or down. The stock market and the futures market are primarily USA exchanges, whereas the Forex is truly a worldwide market. There's much less flexibility with the futures and the stock market, whereas the Forex provides much more flexibility. And we're talking in terms of things like leverage, like money management techniques. You have much more flexibility. We'll talk about how that's done and why that's the case. In the stock market and the futures market, really the best times to trade are just the first 2 or 3 hours in the morning. Any experienced trader will tell you that. Whereas the Forex market, conversely, you can trade any time, 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Any time can be a great time to trade the Forex. And we'll give you some examples of that as well. Now, many of you have heard that you can start making hundreds of dollars a day and grow to thousands of dollars a day trading and being a fund manager with our company. And to understand why, let's see the system in action here. So we're going to actually go to our charts here and show you our indicators. First of all, this is a chart of a 1-minute chart of the futures, the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is a composite index of the top 500 traded companies on the New York Stock Exchange. Just some elements that you're seeing on the chart. What you see, these red and green bars are what are called Japanese candlestick. Each red or green bar represent 1 minute of activity in the market. If you see a red bar, it means that the market went down during that period of time, starting at the top of the bar and going down to the bottom. If you see a green bar, it means that the market went up during that period of time, starting at the bottom and ending at the end of the minute up to the top of the bar. Any line that you see extending above or below is simply the range that the market went during that 1 minute period. And so that's what these red and green bars are telling you. You'll see them move as we actually do some trading here. Over here is where we actually, this is our minute chart, just a countdown timer. Time remaining, TR means time remaining. Then you see our actual chart trading system where we can trade right on the chart. We're just going to use these top 2 buttons, the buy market and the sell market button. The buy market button would enter us into the market at the then current market price, and we would be anticipating that the market would go up for us to make a profit with a buy market entry. With a sell market entry, we'd be entering again at the then current market price. We would anticipate that the market would be going down during that 1 minute, or in the immediate period following that, following our entry. Now, as we trade in the on this particular instrument, the S&P 500, we're going to trade in contracts. Now, contracts, each contract represents approximately $500, or the minimum requirement would be approximately $500 deposited with the broker. And for each tick of the market, or each quarter point movement, which is the smallest incremental move in the market, trading with one contract, 1 quarter point of movement would provide you approximately $12.50 of profit. We're going to show here that we're trading with 10 contracts, so each quarter point move in the market would represent about $125 in profit and needing $5,000 on deposit with the broker. Okay, so those are some of the basics of the market. What we're really going to concentrate is seeing our proprietary indicators, and these are the lines that you see in the center of the chart here. And these are what tell us when to enter the market for a buy trade or a sell trade. Now, the blue line here represent what we call the overbought area of the market. Anything above this blue line is an overbought area of the market, meaning when the indicators go above this, the blue line, we say that they're overbought or they're overly high, or they're to the high side given the current market condition, meaning we would anticipate that soon the market would be heading down again, and we're looking now for our indicators to actually show us when the best time for entering a trade would be. On the bottom, you see the red line. This is the border of the oversold area of the market. So when the indicators get below this area, we say that they're oversold or out of balance to the low side given the current market condition, and we'd be looking for them to turn and turn up. And our indicators would then help us know when exactly that would happen and when to enter a buy trade. Now, so what we're looking for ideally is for our indicators to move. Here's several elements to remember. First of all, the black and gray lines represent the minor players in the market. These are the individual traders or organizations that are placing trades anywhere from typically $100 up to many thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, these are the minor players. As I mentioned earlier, our system separates out and allows us to follow and actually ride the coattails of the major players in the market. These major players are represented by the red and green lines, and so we're able to actually follow what they're doing and again ride the coattails in essence to make successful trades. So what we're looking for as far as an indicator of a good time to enter a trade is when the black and gray lines, the minor players, and the red and green lines, the major players, are crossing at the same time or within seconds or within a minute or so of each other. Crossing up for a buy trade, crossing up out of the oversold territory at the same time at a similar angle, and the optimal way is for them to be crossing up at a steep angle and heading up into this middle area or towards our overbought area. So heading up at a steep angle. That would be crossing, heading up at a steep angle, heading up at a similar angle to each other out of oversold territory would be an excellent signal for buying. For selling, we'd look for our indicators to be in the oversold or overbought area, crossing down, both the majors and minors crossing at the same time or very close to the same time. They're very similar angle, preferably at a steep angle downward and extending here downwards towards the middle of the channel or towards the oversold area. That's a great signal for a sell. So we're going to actually, right now we're at about 6:14 earlier this morning. The best times to trade I've found in the futures market is basically starting at about 6:15 in the morning or so. That's when you have the highest volume and going on for the next 2 hours or so following that. And one final statement, the reason we're showing you the futures market here and trading that is because, again, because there's, if we can show you how to be successful here in a short time by trading the futures market with the many more opportunities that the Forex market allows with much greater volume, being able to trade 24 hours a day and greater flexibility, then hopefully you'll see if we can be successful in the futures market in limited time and limited volume, you can imagine how much more successful you can be with much greater volume and much greater flexibility and much greater 24 hours a day trading times in the Forex market. So here we go. I'm going to play as if we're live here from earlier in the morning, and you're going to actually see the indicators move and the market move here, and we'll actually place some trades. You see our net profit and loss right now is 0 because we're just starting the day, and we are seeing, you can see the market moving up and down here. You see the green candles here because the market has been moving up this minute. We're seeing our indicators entering into our overbought area of the market, so we would anticipate that there would be an opportunity or that the market would eventually be turning down. So we're looking for our indicators to give us a good signal for actually making a good trade for a sell trade. Okay. All right. We're seeing they're both an overbought area. Our minors have started, our majors have started to cross a little bit. Our minors just touched and then kind of headed back up. Okay, now we're starting to get here a cross. We're waiting. One other thing I failed to mention, and that is when we get the cross, like we're seeing here, great cross, they're all together, kind of forming that elbow all together here, heading down at the same angle, very steep angle, laying on top of each other practically. That's a great signal, we believe, for it to enter, but we're going to wait until our timer expires here and enters the next minute, just the first second or two of the next minute. And if we still have a good angle, good crosses, the crosses are still fixed, meaning that the indicators, both the majors and the minors, have crossed and heading downward still at a good steep angle, that would be a great opportunity to enter a sell trade. So we're just waiting. We've got about 30 seconds left in this minute. They're still crossed well. And we're looking for a good opportunity to enter a sale trade. If it still continues at this angle, we've got 10 seconds left. I'm going to hover over the sell market button because if it's still, and it is, it's a great opportunity to trade. It's entered us here now at this red line is their entry point. Kick back up a little bit, but no worries. We're just looking for it to go down through this bottom green line, and that will be a successful trade. By the way, we have the settings on our chart trading system here that when it hits our target and goes through our target, it automatically takes us out at a profit. In this case, a profit of $125 because we have 10 contracts. Still heading downward. Our indicators, there we go. We just cleared our first trade for $125 as you see over here, and our net profit and loss, or net profit there. So, okay, successful first trade here. We're just a few minutes into trading. Okay, we now have, let me just kind of slow things down a little bit. Now we've extended into oversold territory, meaning that we would anticipate that there would be an opportunity to buy soon. We're not getting crosses yet. Minors are touching. Majors are still heading down. Okay. Now we've got some crosses, some good strong cross with the minors. The majors are still not joining in that turn upwards yet, but we certainly are seeing some possibilities there. If we start to get some crosses, then we'll be encouraged by that. We've got 15 seconds left here. Oh, now we definitely are seeing our majors cross up. It's looking good. I'm going to hover over the buy market here. If we still have a good cross up and a good steep angle, and we do, I've now entered a buy. Okay, now we're waiting for it to pierce up through this top red line. There we go. We've entered, we've already executed, and another profitable trade. So our net profit right now is at $250, and we're about 6 minutes into our session here. All right. Any questions at all? We'll certainly be happy to answer those. Now heading still up at a steep angle, but we're not nearly into any kind of overbought area. We're just in the middle there. We never place trades when our indicators in the middle. Look how much that's moving up there. Okay. I'm going to move forward here. We're still in the middle here. See what's happening. Oh, now it's starting to get. Now we're getting crosses here, but I don't like the separation of them, and we're not fully into the overbought area with our minors there. I don't like what we're doing here. We probably could make some profit there on if we take a sell trade, but I'm not comfortable because of the separation there. So we'll just wait. There's so many good opportunities for trading that come typically every 8 to 15 minutes or so at this time in the morning with the futures market. There's no reason to try to force any trades. Just take the trades when you get the good, strong signals like we've gotten already twice here. If you look again at the first two trades we've taken, how strongly the indicators led us into that profitable trade. Okay, now we're just waiting again for it to go forward here a little bit. Oh, now we're down. Here we are, down into our oversold area. The minors are starting to cross. The majors are not fully into oversold area, but we're waiting for them to do so. They haven't crossed either. So, oh boy, started to cross up. They'll kind of head fake. A lot of times the majors will fake out the minor players. You see that happen so many times. I'm going to slow it down here a little bit. Now we're starting to get a good cross up of both of them, and we are 15 seconds or so left in this. So I'm going to hover over my buy button. If this is still good, heading into the next minute, and it is. Oh, wow, that was a quick one. That happened in about 4 or 5 seconds. And you see we have another profitable trade here of $125. So we're now at $375 here. That happened just within a second or two of entering the trade there. You see that we made another profitable trade. Okay. Very steep angle again, crossing together. That was just a great signal. Again, we're just looking for the real strong ones. Don't have to force anything here. All right. We haven't fully gotten up into our overbought area here, so I'm not comfortable with this signal. Not going to be taking anything with that. Okay. See, we probably could have made a quarter point or so, but again, we're just looking for the strongest one that follow all of our rules, and there are plenty of those that come around. All right, now we're turning and going back up into overbought again. A lot of times that'll happen. Now we're fully overbought, or into overbought territory for both our majors and minors. Our minors are starting to cross. But our majors are still heading up, kind of faking out the minors here again. Again, we're just looking. Here we are. Our majors are starting to turn. Our minors are also have crossed. We're looking for our majors to agree with that. We've got 30 seconds. Both of them are touching. Minors crossed, majors touching. I'm going to hover over my sell button, crossing out. If they're still fixed after we enter this new minute, we're going to enter a sell trade. And there we go. We're still crossed, good steep angle there, kicked up a little bit, but still heading down. Still very comfortable here. Again here, if you'll look at our top green line, that's where we entered. We're looking for it to go through this bottom line to actually fulfill or fill our trade and give us a profitable outcome. Sometimes it'll play around for seconds or minutes. Most of the trades you'll find here on the futures market for a quarter point, usually it'll fill within a minute or two. Sometimes just a few seconds. We're about a minute and a half into this. Let's see. It's kind of going back and forth. Yes, minors are starting to kick up a little bit. We're about 2.5 minutes into this. Now we're steep angle downward on our majors. There we go. There we got our fill on our fourth trade. Look over here to the left on our net profit of $500. And How long have we been trading here? Been trading here for, about 25 minutes or so. Started at 6:15, we're at 6:41. Okay, let's look for maybe one or two more trades and then we'll move on. Oh, we're starting to get a good cross up with our minors. Majors are starting to join it. Let's see, I'm going to slow it down here a little bit. But the majors have not yet joined. We're in fully oversold territory though. That's a good sign. Let's wait. Majors are touching. They're not, oh, I don't like the angle. They're not a good steep angle. So we're going to wait and make sure that's still a good steep angle going into the next minute here. Let's just be patient here. See, the majors are flattening out a little bit. We've got about 20. Now we're starting at a good angle. I'm going to hover over the buy button. If we're still good angle going into that next minute, still crossed, we're going to go ahead and enter a buy. And there we go. All right, we're now in our fifth trade here, just touching our profit target here. Just touching it. Just spinning here, it'll wait a few seconds. We're now about a minute into it, and there we go. We filled our fifth profitable trade, and we now have a profit of $625 in a period now of about 30 minutes. Okay, and not real comfortable. This one looks like we could possibly make some money, but they're not crossing yet, and so we're just going to wait here. We're kind of in the overbought area, but kind of kicking back up to so soon after the other one. We'll just wait. We could have picked up a quarter point easily there, maybe even half a point. But all we're going for, of course, is a quarter point, but we'll just wait. Again, we want both a fully into overbought area, steep angle, and really extending past the middle here, which this didn't really do. And so we're just waiting, heading back into overbought area. These are some things that you'll learn as you gain more and more experience. And there are also other indicators as part of our system that you don't see here that help to just confirm and reaffirm our trades as well. So, but you see how powerful just this major minor indicator is alone. Now we're starting to get another really good turn here, at least initially. Kind of going back and forth. Kind of cross and uncross there. Not fully committed there, it seems like. Let's just wait. Still flat, yeah. Here our majors are headed up. Now our minors are starting to cross. See if the majors will join in with that. We're about halfway through this minute. Still don't have a cross there on the majors. Just waiting for that to happen and head down together. Steep angle. Now they're starting to cross. Both the majors are really heading down. Let's see if we get a good cross. Oh, we do. So we're selling. Majors kicked up a little bit, but but we got a good cross, a good angle. Haven't really extended into the middle here, but they were strongly into overbought area, so that gives us a great indication that they will continue to head down. Okay, heading down very well now. We've touched our profit target there a couple of times. And And let's just wait for it to complete. It's interesting. There we go. There's our final trade with a $125 profit. We have a net profit now for the morning of $750, as you see over here on the left. And we've had a great trading session here starting at about 6:15, and here in less than 40 minutes, really, we have a profit of $750. So hopefully that will give you a great understanding of how the system works and how we can do very, very well using our proprietary indicators. Now, this, by the way, this webinar is being recorded, so you can go back and watch these over and over, and any of the other part of the webinar. So let's go on. I just had my first live trading day, and it was awesome. I made in a few hours what usually takes 2 weeks. So let's review. With us, you trade our money without risking your own, which is a huge positive. You just ride the coattails of the major players, as we showed you here while we were trading. If you like, you can just trade with the coaches. And we'll show you how we do that in our program for trading with the coaches. No need to trade more than an hour to a day. If you lose our money, you don't pay it back. You don't have any liabilities for losses when you're trading our money. Trade anytime you wish, day or night, in the comfort of home or wherever. We provide top-tier financial markets education through our trading university. And here's the things we do. We have our full education teaching you all the aspects of trading, technical fundamentals, our predictive system, extensive training, live and video training, and in-person training by top traders and coaches, lifetime support. We're only a phone call, text, email, or visit away if you need help or have questions. We have chat rooms. We'll show you more about that, where you can actually, top traders and coaches will post trades that you can follow if you wish, and commentary on the market. Coaching, you'll be taught by the best of the best traders one-on-one. We'll show you how that happens. Funding up to $100,000 or more, and you keep 60 to 80%. If you lose, you don't pay it back. And trading with experienced, successful traders and coaches. This is a calendar of the training, actually, that we have on a weekly basis. You can see that virtually every day is full of training webinars and also in-person training. Extensive. Now, some people have the following question, but isn't trading the financial markets really risky? Well, it could be, but not the way we do it. And why is that? These are the ways that we really dramatically reduce risk. First of all, with our highly accurate 93+, 95+% trading system, really that is what eliminates the majority of the risk. You'll also be trading our money. No need to ever trade your own money. No need to put that at risk. And we'll share with you why that's so, it's pretty evident why that's so helpful. You'll never need to be on your own. We're always here to teach, train, support, and help you for life. That certainly takes out a lot of risk. We thoroughly teach expert money management strategies. So that is any experienced trader will tell you that emotion can really play a very detrimental part of trading. So with our highly accurate system and also our money management techniques, our expert money management techniques that we teach, those things together really take out pretty much all the emotion out of trading, having those two elements, highly accurate system and money management, expert money management. We also have ongoing Bulls and Bears, what are called Bulls and Bears webinars that continue to teach expert money management strategies. And you can do amazingly well just trading with the coaches. So that's another big risk reducer, by just following the traders and the experienced coaches through our trading webinars multiple times a day and through Trader Chat. So you're never out on your own trying to figure it out. Follow the coaches, especially when you're beginning. Another quote from one of our fund managers says, I've checked out a lot of systems and strategies for trading and have not bought any of them. Until now, the training tools and strategies for making money have proven to be low risk and high return, exactly what I was looking for. The market indicators are awesome. It's easy to learn the basics, but they're sophisticated enough to take you to a whole new level of success. People here honestly care about your success, and they're here to help you along the way. These guys provide the tools, training, and resources needed to gain financial independence. What you get for the price is an extraordinary deal. They have opened up a whole new world of financial freedom. I look at money in a whole new way since I have started. Abundance is awesome. That was Troy Thompson. Okay, so what about this trading with the coaches that we talked about earlier? These are 1-hour webinars, and here's the times that they're held. We'd have a Sunday afternoon trade at 2:30 in the afternoon, just before the Forex market opens at 2:30 at 3 o'clock Mountain Time, actually. So we start just half an hour to 15 minutes before that. We have our overnight impact trade Monday through Thursday at 4 p.m. And then we have our brand new in 2017, there's our Asian impact trade Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. And what we do is these webinars are conducted by our coaches. Coach analyzes the market and the indicators as members watch, as you watch. And then they always take a live trade before the end of the hour. And you can choose to follow this trade. And let's review the results of these Trading with the Coaches webinars. First of all, we've been conducting these for over 5 years, and that's at least the SAT and on-it trades we've been doing for over 5 years, and have averaged over 300 pips a month net profit. Now let's look, it's just starting in April of 2015. We don't have time to go through the entire history of 5 years, but in 2015 you can see we averaged over 300 pips a month. December was a low month because we only trade the first 2 or 3 weeks of December, because everybody, or the major players at least, trading the markets really don't trade much after the second or third week of December. 2016, we averaged again over 300 pips a month here, and the last couple of months, especially in 2016, 419 and 469 pips. Then 2017 here, and we're in February now, so we had a huge month in the first of the year for January, 545 pips on the on-it trade, and our brand new AIT trade had 344 pips between them, almost 900 pips between those two trades. We anticipate that the AIT trade will be at least as strong, probably even stronger on an ongoing basis than the on-it trade. So how does that translate? How do these pips that we gained, let me just back up here, how do these pips that we talked about per month, how does that translate into income? Well, let's look at this. The number of pips, let's assume that you were trading both the AIT and the on-it trades, and that would be an easily, we believe, an average of 600 pips a month. Last month, like I say, it was almost 900 pips. Trading just one lot. Now, one lot on the Forex, and that's what we primarily trade on our on-it trades and AIT trades, is one lot traded means you're placing about $1,000 of your account into the market. So for every 1 pip of movement, a one lot trade would earn you $10 in profit. So 600 pips in 1 month times $10 per pip would be $6,000 of profit. Now if you simply increase your profits, not by necessarily trading more pips or more time, but by just putting more lots into the market as your account grows and as you can safely and conservatively do so. So as your account grows, let's say you grew to trading 5 lots. That would be placing a total of $5,000 in the market, which gives you $50 per pip. So 600 pips times $50 equals $30,000 in profit. for that month under those conditions. Let's go on further. 600 pips at 10 lots, that's $100 per pip, $60,000 in profit. 600 pips at 25 lots, that's $250 per pip in profit, so total profit of $150. So that you can see how your income can grow very quickly through trading, and how those pips translate into income. We also have trading with the coaches on our apps, our trading app that you can receive on your smartphone, and you receive notifications of trades that the coaches and the top traders are taking as well. You can choose to follow them. That would just be additional kind of gravy trades on top of that. So let's compare. Let's kind of step back and kind of compare our program to a typical path to earning a living versus, of course, Trading University with our money. So traditional path, you go to college, get a job. The average cost of a college degree, bachelor degree, is $98,000 to $193,000. And you exit the average bachelor degreed individual student exits with about a $45,000 to $63,000 a year job. The master's degree, you pay an additional $30,000 to $120,000. It gives you a salary of $51,000 to $71,000 when you exit. A doctorate degree, you pay an additional $50,000 to $213,000 for that degree. The average doctorate degree earns $62,000 to $92,000 upon graduation. These are all according to the naceweb.org, who tracks these statistics. And the discouraging thing is that only about 50% of graduates are actually working in their field of study. So only about 50% actually graduate and earn these salaries. And then, of course, even assuming you did graduate and get a job, you have employment concerns, being fired, laid off, corporate politics, and the boss dealing with those issues. High stress, long work days and weeks, little vacation, long commutes and traffic, being overloaded and underpaid and underappreciated, little or no job fulfillment, possibly safety concerns, and then retirement, always questionable retirement these days. Stress, stress, stress. Or you could start a business, but then you still have the following: business ownership problems, a 90% failure rate. Only about 90% or 10% of businesses make it beyond, I believe it's the first year. Of course, if you have employees, there's lots of problems dealing with them, keeping up with new technology, the competition, the economy, and being subject to the ups and downs of the economy. Potential lawsuits, advertising, supplies, equipment, overhead, dealing with clients, customers, suppliers, complaints, debt, collections, refunds, regulations, compliances, payroll, and more and more and more. Or if you wanted to choose an MLM-type business, home-based business, you have recruiting friends and family, bad comp plans, products, inventory, all the costs involved with those, not feeling like you're an insider or the one that's really connected. You don't know the secrets. You can have the meetings to attend, high costs, very, very high, 95% plus failure rate. Again, more and more stress. Or choose the best of all worlds. When you trade our system and our money, you can be secure knowing that the Forex market will always be there and it will always be huge. Our system always has and always will perform exceptionally well. And just getting back to the Forex market here, again, it's where the currencies of the world are traded. And that market will always be there because there will always be a great need to be trading the currencies of the world. Our system has and always will perform exceptionally well. You can trade in the comfort of home, on your schedule, 1 or 2 hours a day, no dealing with all the time spent at work and all the other things we talked about earlier. If you wish, you can travel the world. You can trade anywhere at any time, 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, as long as you have an internet connection. Much less stress, of course, with time freedom and abundant financial freedom. Another quote from one of our fund managers or traders: Trading has been the best business for me. With no trading or investing experience, I was able to learn the system and the market quickly and instantly make money. I'm so thankful for the opportunity because without it, I would be stuck working as hard as I can at a dead-end job for very little. Now I can work very little and play hard with my wife and son every day. In hard times like now, it's so comforting to know that there's hope for me and others that I love. I'm so excited for what's to come and for the future of my trading business. That's Josh Johnson, one of our traders. Now you can prove it to yourself. So before we talked about the opportunity to actually test drive or take a test flight of our system, and this is how. Well, this is our Trader Lite program, and this is a 30-day trial. It gives you a 30-day trial of our entire system. You just take it for a test flight of your own, prove it to yourself. You'll have access to online trading and live training classes, daily Trade with the Coaches webinars that we talked about earlier. You'll have access to all of those. Our full charting software and indicators, personal setup assistance, trader chat several times a day, free demo account. We also help you with that. Our normal cost for this is $449 with $280 a month in indicators and membership, but we are eliminating those things, and we will absorb those costs, or practically all of them. What we're doing for a very limited time, we are doing, we're testing out a temporary, very low cost of only $50. That gives you the full Trader Lite system for 30 days. And not only that, we are going to give you 10 times credit, or $500, towards a coaching and funding program that we'll talk about next. Now, just the only other cost is the green chart, which is $46 a month prorated. That's we'd give that to you free, but it's actually a third-party company developed by Sierra Chart, second largest charting company in the world. That's the encrypted platform that we operate on. And it's basically your data feed, typical costs. And the only other thing is, hold on. You don't trade mirror money during the Trader Lite period. You just trade on a demo account. Okay? So this is an extraordinary opportunity. Normally, almost $750, $50 is all for the full 30 days on the Trader Lite, and you get it 10 times that credit, or $500 toward the coaching and funding program that we'll talk about now. So here's the coaching and funding options. The following options are based upon successful progress through Trader Lite, what we just talked about, your share of company account earnings. So in other words, we have options to take you from 60% up to as much as 80% on company account that you're trading. The different options are based upon the length of the one-on-one coaching, from anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks. Also, the level of other benefits and training that's included with the different options. The amount of company funding can vary based upon which option you choose. You and our desire to move forward. In other words, it's completely up to you, and if you want to move forward, then you can take advantage of that, and of course, if we feel like you're ready to do so. And if and when you move on to a coaching and funding program, many financing options are available for almost any situation, including 0% financing options and guaranteed options. So I'm going to talk about our first or most expensive, our top program. Only about 10% of those who enter into Trader Lite choose this Trader Executive program, but you would compare it to an advanced degree in trading. And it includes the following: 2-day coaching retreat and meals with the founder, flight and hotel are included if you're needing that. 12 weeks on one-on-one coaching, all online training and in-person education, all the SAT, on and AIT webinars, and the Trader Executive chat rooms. 12 months of indicators are included with this at no extra charge. All the benefits of the lower packages. Trading account funded up to $150,000. All executive members, by the way, are funded guaranteed. And you have an 80-20 split and you keep 80%. Again, this is our top program. The cost is $14,950 one time, or approximately $150 a month if you choose, and if you do the 0% financing option. And again, that includes 1 full year of indicators plus your green charts. So again, only about 10% choose this option, but for those that are really going for the top level program and really want to take advantage of everything that's available, we have this program. The best value program really by far is the Trader Pro Funded program, and that's why about 85% choose this option, Trader Pro Funded. You would compare it to like a bachelor's degree in trading, and it includes 9 weeks of one-on-one coaching, access to all the training, the webinars, and education as before. With same education basically as you get with the recorded online and ongoing continuing education as you get with the executive. All the benefits of lower packages. A trading account funded up to $100,000. And all Trader Pro Funded members are funded, guaranteed. 60-40 split, and you keep 60%. Not quite as high as Trader Executive, but still very, an excellent split. 60%, you keep 60% of the profits. Much lower cost, about less than half the cost, $71.95 one time. But really, most choose, because most people can't come up with that kind of money up front. Most choose again the 0% financing options, which would equal about $75 a month. That's even if you did roll into several months of the indicators with that. You're talking about, rather than coming up with a big lump sum, you pay with the 0% financing option about $70 to $75 a month. And we'll discuss more when we answer questions with you how that would work, if you like. Now, some may ask, why so much? And perhaps the question should be, why so little? Because, first of all, let me give you an appreciation of what it's cost us to deliver the Trader Pro Funded program. The coach's pay is approximately 75% of that Trader Pro Funded cost. Overhead is another approximately 40% of that cost, of the Trader Pro Funded cost. So between the two, if you do the math here, that's about 120% of that Trader Pro Funded cost. So it actually costs us more to deliver that program than it costs for somebody entering into the Trader Pro Funded program. In addition to that, we have guaranteed funding up to $100,000. So between that, we invest in you up to $100,000, $107,000 if you take all of this together in essence, and you can bring that cost all the way down to only about $75 a month to get all of that benefit, $107,000 plus benefit for only about $75 a month with the 0% financing. Hope that makes sense. And that includes the full cost of Trader Pro Funded, the $75 a month at 0% financing. That includes the full cost of Trader Pro Funded with several months of indicator. Okay. Now, Trader Pro is our final program. Only about 5% maybe are eligible for this, and that's because it's a brief coaching term. This is really available only for those who are already experienced traders that are trading, maybe another company, hedge fund or something like that, or large bank, financial institution. They're already trading. For them, they've heard about our program and simply want to come learn about it and then go back to trading their company that they're working for. It's not funded. They provide their own funds, or they trade the company that they've been working for. Historically, again, only for professional traders or experienced fund managers or the very wealthy. Only about 10%, really it's closer to 5%, qualify for this option. It's $4,000 plus membership and indicators and green chart. Not a very good value at all, but it's available for the professionals under the conditions I described. And no financing is available for this program. None is available here. Our fund managers say, another one of them says, "Hi, my name is Albert. I was like many of you traders out there. I was ready to give up on trading altogether. I got tired of working hard only to profit one day and lose it all the next day. I thought, this is just not worth it. One night as I was searching the web, I accidentally came across these guys. At first I was skeptical, thinking, leading indicators that are 95% accurate, huh? I thought, just another gimmick that promises the world and can't deliver. I was tired of gimmicks and indicators that just did not work, as I'm sure you understand. So I decided to give trading one more chance using these leading indicators, and wow, I was amazed what happened next. As of today, I've traded 17 days straight without having one losing trade, and have added to my profit over $11,000. This is a gift from heaven. Thank you for all the education, the indicators, and for taking care of the little guys. I am a client for life." That's Albert Garcia out of Los Angeles. So you may be thinking, well, I'd like to try the Trader Lite, but what's the point? I don't have $6,500 plus for coaching and funding. Well, many people find themselves in this position. Ask yourself, and I want you to really consider this, how long have you been in this financial condition, if this is the case for you? And isn't that why you're here, looking for a solution? Well, ease your mind. It's a no-risk decision at this point. Try it out, see what you think, and after 30 days, if you love what you see and you've had a wonderful experience and you've proven it to yourself, then if and when you move under the coaching funding, again, there are many financing options available for almost any situation, including 0% and guaranteed financing options. Now let's talk about our traders' historical and your potential income. We're going to end with this. The figures shown here are estimates and do not constitute any guarantee of income. So let's talk about just conservative projections. And past results don't guarantee future results, of course, but let's talk about some conservative projections. And one other thing, the figures shown here are examples only and do not represent any guarantee of income. So let's say that, again, with just our sat on it and AIT trades, as we mentioned earlier, we've been averaging well over 600, 700 pips per month. Just the first month alone was almost 900. But let's say you just traded 500 pips a month. You know, let's say we had we didn't do 800 or 900 pips a month. We just did 500. And you followed those trades. Didn't do any trading on your own. Just followed the sat on it in AIT trades or the trading with the coaches trades. You started off with we fund your account at $3,000. Or the range that we fund is starting at the low end of about $3,000 up to a high end of about $10,000. But let's say we start at the lower end at just $3,000. You traded 500 pips just trading with the coaches. You started trading only 1/2 lot. And given the example earlier, 1/2 lot trade pays you $5 per pip. So $500 or 500 pips, 500 pips traded at $5 per pip, that would be a net profit of $2,500 on the company account. But we pay you 60% of that, remember. So your net income per month, that's this blue line here in the middle, that would pay you $1,500 your first month. Very conservative. Now, we keep the other $1,000, in this case, in the company account. So the company account continues to build, so you can trade greater and greater amounts. So now the company account is greater, so you can trade more money, even net of the income that you've received. The next month you trade 500 pips at $7.50 a pip. That would be $3,750. Your 60% would be $2,250. Okay, and still the 40% stays in the company account, so that account is larger. The next month, conservatively, you trade 1 lot at $10 a pip times 500 pips. That would be a $5,000 profit. 60% of that is $3,000. Again, 40% stays in the company account. And then the 4th month, we're going to add money to the account. Remember, we're going to periodically add money up to $100,000 or more over the first year to 18 months or 2 years. We're going to continue to add money to your account. So now you can trade 2 lots, and that's $20 a pip. 500 pips times $20 a pip is $10,000. 60% of that is $6,000. And you can see, this gives you the opportunity as we continue to add money and the corporate account builds, you can trade more and more lots. Just take it on out through the 12 months, and you see here the projected increases of income here, just at a conservative level. Now, let's add to that, if you like, even just if you just took it all as income and didn't trade anything on your personal account, just took the 60% as income, you can see a very, very nice income can be building even in a conservative level. Now let's assume that you traded 100%, or that you took some of that money that you received as income, and by the way, we send your income to your personal account. Let's assume that you didn't take all of that as income, but you kept it in your personal account, and you continue to trade along with the coaches on both the company account, keeping 60% of that, and your personal account, keeping 100% of that. So you can trade both accounts at the same time following the company coach trades. So let's say it was not until like the 4th month that you actually started trading on your personal account. And you started very conservatively with just half a lot, and you didn't trade all of 500 pips a month. You only traded half of them a month. You can still see the increase of income as time goes on here throughout the year. If you traded both of them, taking some of the money as income on your 60% earnings on the company account, and then trading some of that money on your own personal account and keeping 100%, you can see the income possibilities here under even a conservative situation. And these again are projected levels. You know, your amounts can vary, the amounts you're trading and so forth would vary according to your personal preference, but the possibilities, even at a conservative level, are excellent. You see the bottom line would represent both the profits on your company account and the 100% profits on your personal account together. Okay, now here's some more realistic, or kind of maybe average projections, so to speak. Again, they're examples only, don't represent any guarantee of income. Trading 600 pips a month on the company account and 400 pips a month on your personal account. You can see how the trading at the following lots as time progresses, and the example incomes based upon those levels. Trading again just with the coaches, both on the company account and your personal account, see how your incomes can build dramatically. You can pause this if you're watching the recorded webinar and look at these, analyze these projections as well. And then finally, just some potential projections. This isn't the limit to possibilities at all, but let me back up here. The realistic one, you're still starting at $3,000 and increasing, a company adding at $5,000 and the $10,000 and then $15,000 is shown here. On the potential, realistically though, the average funding is at about $5,000, and we're going to add typically a lot more than that each quarter, closer to 10, 15, 20, and this kind of a pattern than in the former examples. But still, we want to be conservative here. Possibilities are even under these examples, you're just trading with the coaches. You're trading, 600 pips a month here and 500 pips on the company account and 500 on your personal account. You can look at the income projections here that are really a true potential here. And again, all of this, both with the conservative, the realistic, and the potential projections here, these are all just trading with the coaches. You're not trading any on your own. And just think of the possibilities if you do take additional trades on your own. Now, some skeptics may say this sounds too good to be true. Well, we all know some people that will let their cynicism rob themselves of real excellence in their lives, and you have to feel sorry for them. But for the rest of us that just need a little extra reassurance, consider this. If all we've shared with you were not real, why would we let you try Trader Lite at no risk and at significant cost to our company? Why would we coach you one-on-one for 12 weeks or up to 12 weeks at a net loss to our company, and then guarantee to fund you up to $100,000 or more over a period of 18 months to 2 years or so. And after all of this, let you keep 60 to 80% of the profits. There can only be one logical explanation, and that is a very high percentage of those who try Trader Lite love it and qualify for either the Trader Executive or Trader Pro funded programs. Once accepted, a very high percentage of those in Trader Executive and Trader Pro funded do amazingly well at trading real money and stay with us for many years, keeping 60 to 80% of the company account profits and 100% of their own profits. And after all of this, we do well on the 20 to 40%. And keep in mind, we have thousands of traders and fund managers that are and have been for years experiencing the kind of success we've shared with you. That is one of the strongest evidences of all. It's already real with thousands of traders and fund managers. And they're doing it on a daily basis. And we invite anyone to come to our offices and meet them and talk with them, ask them the tough questions, their experiences, and they're going to give you an honest feedback. Now, just some of the overall beneficial impacts of trading. In trading, you don't gain by making others lose. In other words, when you take a trade, you can just grab a little piece of that, and then and everyone or many traders can make profits on that same loss. In other words, when you take a trade, it's not at the expense of another individual. You help create really win-win-win situations. Wins for yourself, your family, the company, the overall economy, of course. The broker loves it, of course, and you really help to create the market for both the futures and the Forex, whichever market you're trading. You really put yourself in a much better position to give and to volunteer. Life, therefore, can be others-oriented and not me-oriented, not spending all your time just trying to make ends meet, but truly be other-oriented. The majority of your time can be spent with priorities. You can share your skills, your trading skills with others, and it doesn't create competition when you do so. You create a legacy for your loved ones in this way, in many ways. And you'll have the time and resources to achieve life's top priorities. Just so many great benefits here. So now you have a choice. You want to continue to spend 8 to 10, 12 hours a day for the rest of your life in the stress-filled dead-end grind, just trying to make ends meet while all else suffers? Or would you rather take 5 to 10 hours a week with us, become financially free, and gift yourself the rest of your precious time making something truly exceptional of your life? It's really up to you. One final quote from one of our fund managers or traders: "Joining was the best business decision I ever made. I never had an ounce of day trading experience before I signed up, but with their support and indicators, I've been able to make $2,000 a day. The best day I've had, I made over $13,000 in less than an hour. Also, being able to make money while you sleep is great. I can put trades in overnight, and while I sleep, I can make money. The best I did in an overnight or on-it trade was $5,500 while I was sleeping. You show me any other system that will show you how to do that, and I'll listen, but there aren't any. Finally, a system that I can invest into and not have to worry about what kind of returns I'm going to get. I produce my own returns. Thanks, guys." And that's from Brett Munden. So what now? Well, get back with the person who invited you onto this webinar, and they will answer your questions. We look forward to meeting you and helping you to progress in your life, and hopefully we'll have a very long and prosperous relationship together. Thanks, and have a great day.